If I don't get this recording done, the date in the bottom corner is going to look a bit weird. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. This is Pixel 19 here, and today we've got ourselves another CD swap. I've got ourselves 19 songs to add to our playlist and songs that I want to share to all of you. And yeah, I'm gonna just get right into it. The first song we've got ourselves for today is Break Law by Dog Blood. This is a song that I discovered while working over the summer, and I think is a song that's pretty much a banger. It's the song that got me into Dog Blood, which if those of you don't know is actually a collaborative alias. It slaps, and I would definitely recommend listening to this song as well as the rest of their discography. And for those of you who want a preview, here it is. The next song we got for us is Sad Girls by Mika. It's a free download and it's a pretty old song, but it's a song that I found myself repeating quite a bit. I think it's an interesting song that's very melodic and kind of feels like it has feeling and emotion to it while also having a secondary banger drop. Here's a preview. The next song is actually a song that got pretty big and memed on TikTok. It's Cradles by Suburban, and it's actually a free download and a release on NCS. It's a pretty interesting song and a song that, you know, in a sense has its own little demographic, and as to why I would say that it's a pretty good and interesting song that I would add to your playlist. Here's a preview. But that's alright. Hush. The next song is also another meme song. It's What You Won't Do for Love by Caldwell. It's actually a song that I've had stuck in my head and a song that I do kind of like. It's an old one and I think that you guys would pretty much like it unironically as well. It's actually 18 years old. It's almost older than I am. Here's a preview. I searched to find the love within. I can't let go. So not a lot of people were happy that I don't like Haywyre. At least a lot of Haywyre's newer music is just not a style that I can really get into, aside from the unironic appreciation for his jazz instrumentals that I actually featured in the last CD swap. But for this one, I actually do have another Haywyre song that I do like, which is Count on Me. It's a very interesting song, and I wish it's a style that he would do more of, and it's something that actually makes me want to look forward to Haywyre's music coming into the future. So here's that. We're gonna go a bit more into mainstream. Billie Eilish has a lot of songs that I would say are actually really good and songs that I would recommend listening to. It kind of pains me to say that Bad Guy is probably the worst song off of their album that they had released that year, and I wish it wasn't the song that not only got memed but got a ton of mainstream attention. I think I shared one of Billie Eilish's songs previously in a CD swap, but this is another one that I've been having on repeat, which is Bellyache. Would definitely recommend. Here's a listen. Maybe it's in the gutter. Where I left my lover, what an expensive fate. My V is for vendetta. I thought that I'd feel better, and now I got a bellyache. So we've got ourselves another free download. I don't exactly remember how I found this song, but it's Grind Me Down by Liliana Wild. It's a pretty melancholic song, and I actually feel pretty bad that when you try to find this song, there's a remix of it that actually has a lot more views than the original. So for clarification, this is the original song, not the remix. I don't actually like the remix that much. Here's a preview. Boy, I'll get you so high. Let me blow your mind tonight. Pogo is the name of a remix artist that you guys might have heard of. They do a lot of Disney music remixes. This is a song I like a lot, and you guys might have seen in a couple TikToks called Living Island. Check it out. Going into our 9th track is a really weird song in a sense. I actually was recommended it by the YouTube algorithm, so you can thank them for that. I don't know why the YouTube algorithm did, but I gotta say it's a pretty interesting song and one that I do like. It's QUIX and Alison Wonderland's Time. Check it out. The next song is probably a song that you guys might have heard of, but not one that you actually have focused on. They make their own music for their videos, and this one that has actually caught my attention is titled The Egg by Epic Mountain. There's another song by Epic Mountain that I really like and is actually really old, but I might actually share that for another time. The Egg is a soundtrack that they made for a very unique video that they never made before, which I would also strongly recommend checking out if you guys have the time. And here we go. For the next song, I want to make it clear that Darkcat is probably one of my favorite artists and is an artist that I've been listening to for a long time. They actually took an attempt at lo-fi and it's a song that I really like. So yeah, check it out. Around 3 or 4 years ago, I discovered G Jones and had a bit of a marathon with their music, and I recently came back to a lot of their older music. This song is called Meridian, which also features Buku and is a free download, so make sure to check it out. On the topic of older music, we also have Casbo's Fuck Love, which is also a free download, but it is a bit hard to get to. It will require you to torrent their album. I know, right? Torrenting legal music? That's kinda whack. Fuck Love is a song that I think has a special place in my heart. It's one of the first future bass and trap songs that I had listened to, and it's a song that I really like. It also has a, rather familiar catchphrase that I bet a number of you can relate to. And yeah, here it is. So some of you may or may not know, but I have been marathoning the entire Disciple discography, which means that I've also been subscribed to them on YouTube, and recently Virtual Riot's EP came out. Many of you might know it, but on the EP there was a lot of really good tracks, and the one that I'm going to be featuring today is Insides. It's really interesting how it goes from a very banger track to a lo-fi-esque track in one song. I do plan on actually making a Disciple exclusive CD swap where I just only recommend Disciple songs, which I would consider to be the best of Disciple. But that'll be for another time when I'm done, and I'm almost done. I have like 100 more songs to listen to from their discography. So yeah, here's Insides by Virtual Riot. We've got ourselves Joji's Slow Dancing in the Dark. Not only is it an amazing track with a really great performance, but it's also just amazing to think of Joji's whole progression and just redemption arc in general, from their old, very edgy YouTube content to now becoming such a great staple in music. So here it is. So there's a bit of an interesting story with this following artist. This song is Mine by Secret Crates, and interestingly enough, I accidentally discovered them one day while looking at some memes, and they made their song Springtime Stroll. I followed them on SoundCloud, and they hadn't uploaded in years, and I wasn't expecting them to ever upload again until they actually released a full-on album on SoundCloud. I don't know the next time they will be blessing my ears, and hopefully it won't take them another 4 years, but I won't be featuring one of their songs from their album, and instead we'll actually be featuring one of their really older songs. It's a short one, but it's a nice one. Feels a bit bittersweet, but you know what? I think it's a nice feeling to have every once in a while. Here it is. So as of lately, YouTube has been recommending me a ton of podcasts. One of them that I've occasionally been checking out is actually the Misfits podcast, and if you don't know, they have an outro song, and this is it. Doesn't Make Sense by TLO is a song that they have in all of their outros, and is a pretty nice outro. Here's the full song. Enjoy. Our second last song is going to go to DROELOE with Grind and Hustle. It's a song that I think is very minimalistic and kind of feels a bit up and happy, which is a song that I like. It does get a bit weird at the end, but I do think that overall it's a solid song, and it's a song that I've had on repeat for a while. So here it is. And we're gonna end off the episode with a banger by Peekaboo and G-Rex, Babatuned. It's a free download and it's a pretty nice song. I wish I could hear it live because low-key kinda slaps. So here it is. I have 4 more songs that I want to share. These 4 songs are going to be completely separate from my CD swap playlist because these songs are actually YouTube exclusive. I cannot find them anywhere on SoundCloud or Spotify officially, so I'm sorry about that. But I do want to share them because I think these are great songs that, you know, if you're not going to have them in your SoundCloud or Spotify playlist, that maybe you'll just have in your likes. The first song is called Teto by Lucy. It's a really interesting song, and actually just in general, just a discography of songs that are more like general videos experiences rather than songs themselves. I would definitely recommend checking it out. The next song I have is Phases by Homage. It is a free download, but it does have a watermark. You can pay $25 for the non-watermarked version, though I don't think you guys would want to do that. You guys might also recognize this song because it's from an outro of another podcast called the Cold Ones Podcast. So anyways, here's a preview. The third song I have that is also YouTube exclusive is Shibayan Tiny Little Adiantum featuring 3L. Though most of you probably know it as that Minecraft bird song. And no, I don't mean the awful trap remix that is frickin' everywhere. Please stop playing that song. If you're gonna give credit to the original, please give it to the original. Here is the original, not trap beat version. And the last song I actually have to share is a 15-minute journey. It's actually an extended mix of Jammy Jam's Soul and Mind. Listening to this, you guys might not recognize where it's from, but for any of you hardcore gamers out there, you might realize that it's actually from the game Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. I thought it was a really nice jazz instrumental piece, and though in a sense it's very frustrating while playing the game, I think the song itself, and even just in general, it's a nice song. So yeah, I'm not going to preview the whole 15 minutes, but I am going to leave it as my outro music. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Here's a preview, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!